Alan Cohen, acting mayor and councilman of East Palestine, has lived in the village his entire life. He says the biggest change he's seen over the years is the loss of business and industry.
This has been a gradual accretion of manufacturing that's left the town, and it hasn't just taken income with it, but it's taken population with it too.
But village manager Peter Monteleone says with new projects both completed and on the horizon, officials are looking toward a brighter future.
We're trying to have a very optimistic and proactive mindset of what can we do, and every locality has its unique circumstances, whether they be benefits or deficits of where you are, and we're trying to identify that.
Council and the village manager are creating an environment in East Palestine that will attract new industry and new business with the infrastructure that we're in the process of rebuilding.
An estimated $7.9 million project for improvements to the village's wastewater facility is currently in the works, and upgrades are expected to start next year.
We're building an equalization basin and doing work to our siphon.
In addition, $1.5 million in improvements will be made to the water treatment facility starting this winter.
We're making improvements and add-on to the building. We're redoing our infrastructure from the wells into a new well house, and also adding a fifth well to the project.
Monteleone says the improvements will help with the new Joint Economic Development District, or JEDD, the village is hoping to develop through a partnership with Unity Township.
We're working with the trustees, and right now we're trying to get a rough draft drawn.
If that's successful, we will open up large tracts of real estate that can be developed for business and industry. That's not available to us now.
They look at Unity Township, which, if you're familiar, is 14 where you come into Palestine. Okay. That's where we separate, and that's part of Unity Township. That's where we're looking to do this JED. And they get people looking at the land, but they don't have the infrastructure, the water and sewer to support it. And people come to East Palestine, and we don't have the land, we don't have the open land, so we're hoping to work together with them to cause some economic development.
Both Monteleone and Cohen are hoping to see a boost from Royal Dutch Shell's new cracker plant in nearby Monaca, Pennsylvania.
And the jobs are going to be created. We also realize there's a lot of byproduct jobs. We're hoping to catch some of that.
Other recent improvements in the village include the replacement of 5 pavilions in East Palestine City Park, $113,000 worth of renovations made to the tennis court, as well as $40,000 that went toward a splash pad and new chairs and benches at the community pool.
Growing up here when I was young, and I know this is the same story for a lot of people that grew up here, is that park is a lot of people refer to it as the gem of East Palestine.
All of these efforts are being made to make East Palestine more attractive to current and prospective residents and businesses, and it seems to be working. One new business beginning operations soon in the old Tube Tech Inc. building is Ceram Fab, which produces ceramic fiber modules and refractory storage products for the steel mill and foundry industry. Pure Ohio LLC is expected to start construction on a site at the intersection of Bacon Avenue and Kemple Drive. The company has been granted a provisional Level 2 cultivator license to grow medicinal marijuana there. Pure Ohio is one of 24 companies granted licenses in the state. In February, the Mark Blackwell retail outlet opened its doors on Main Street. Adam Bell is operations manager.
Well, he's a designer in New York and Seattle. We get everything produced in East Palestine, and we opened a little retail shop a few months ago so we could sell what we have to the local people around where we actually produce it.
In 2009, Melissa Smith opened 1820 Company on Market Street. They specialize in all-natural, plant-based wax candles.
I know pretty much everybody that walks by my shop. I know I grew up with a lot of these people, and so it was important to me to try and do my best to be a part of the community and maybe make a difference.
Smith and Bell agree they'd like to see more businesses coming into the downtown, offering a more diverse group of shops and restaurants to attract people to the village.
And we have the ability to do that in this town. We have the infrastructure, we have all the historic buildings.
I would really love to see some growth with the food and entertainment end of the businesses.
Also, I think having some kind of hotel nearby would help. We have a beautiful park, and I think if we could utilize that for multi-day events or something like that, would be wonderful.
People really they love spending money on food and feeling good. So I think those are things that would really attract a lot of people to come and make the drive to come to town if those things were there.
I'd like to see us doing more business in Columbiana. I'd like to see us bigger than them, and because I think we can do it.
I just want to see us to have more jobs for our youth, for the future, planting seeds that hopefully will harvest, in the next 5, 10, 15 years to bring back a lot of that industry and give some ability for people to stay here and work.
The vision that I have 5, 10 years down the road or further is that we will once again be that thriving manufacturing center that we were when I was growing up.